Hello there guys, and today I will be talking to you about my new army that I have recently bought about 2 weeks ago, my spiders. So this is my Goblin Spider army, a very fast army. Um, it does require a lot of thinking. You've got to be quite good at manoeuvring around the enemy, trying to get behind them, shoot them up a bit. So that's the general sort of tactic with this army: get behind them, cast some spells on them, weaken the enemy. Big guys smash into the front, little guys smash into the flanks or the rear of their enemy, trying to kill as much as they can. The little guys are, however, a bit useless. They're a bit rubbish. They are not very good at all, even in large numbers. They're still pretty rubbish. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about them. This is a 2,000 point army. I'll be showing you them in a bit more detail in a minute. The army lore itself, basically, when the goblins have migrated into the Great Forest, they've encountered loads of different spiders. They didn't encounter the arachnoids to start off with, and they pretty much didn't know what to do about it. They did fight them to start with, but after a while they have learned that they could be used as mounts. So later on they started capturing the little spiders and basically, well, hand rearing them, I guess. So after a while they were able to ride those spiders to battle. And that's the great part that I like about these guys. You know, they're quite unique, I think. They're hard to use, but they are unique. They've got a lot of character to them. I've had a couple of games with them. My first game was a Triumph and Treachery game, where it was Dark Elves, my Spider Riders, and Savage... No, it wasn't Savage Orc, it was Dwarves. Dwarf army, and it ended up in the draw between me and Dwarves. Second game that I had was against Savage Orcs, and I just about won that one. That was my first proper one-on-one game that I had. It was a very tough battle, very difficult to use them against, especially Savage Orcs having 3 attacks each. You know, it was quite difficult. It was a very difficult army to face, very themed. I do like it. It's one of my friend's armies. I'll probably show it you at some point. Third game that I had was against demons, and that went horribly wrong. Basically, Skulltaker went up to 2 of my spiders, both of my shamans, and challenged them, because he has to, and pretty much wiped out both of the spiders. That was just under 1,000 points worth of stuff got killed by Skulltaker, which is only worth 200 points. That was a very sad moment for me. I felt a bit disheartened. I was a bit like, oh, no way. And I did lose the game quite badly. We did, however, do a rematch, and it went much better. I did sit down and think about the tactics. I was like, right, I've got to sit down, think about all this, make sure, you know, if I can't beat demons in a fair fight, I'm going to try and kill them the goblin way, stab them in the back, and make sure that they can't hit you hard, can't hit you back at all. And that's what I did in my deployment. I basically outmaneuvered my opponent, and I've managed to deploy so that I was away from the Skulltaker. All my characters were away from him, and he was basically fighting one of my spiders, which he couldn't get heroic killing blow on. That made a lot of difference. Me having to sit down and think about it has made loads of difference. It does help that my entire army is armed with bows. They all have short bows, which means even if they march, they can still fire. They do suffer a -1 to hit penalty, but they still get to fire. Hitting on 5s at short range, it's alright, I guess. They do some damage, sometimes a lot of damage, but most of the time, not really. They are better off just harassing enemy war machines. These are the little guys, by the way, not the big Ragnaroks. Harassing war machines, flanking little units like 5 high elf horsemen or something, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much all they're good for. Now the big guys are good against anything. They can kill a giant, they can kill characters, and with the right spells on them, they're pretty much unkillable. So against my game versus demons, by casting the right spells at the right time, I have managed to keep my spiders alive for much longer and given them rerolls to hit and to wound and armor piercing and stuff like that, improving their poison attacks. That all worked out in my favour. It did a lot of great things. Like I said, having 2 shamans gives you massive flexibility. I have an upgrade on this shaman called the Catchweb Spider Shrine, which means he becomes Lawmaster, which means he knows all the spells from the Lore of the Little War, and any other shamans, which will be this guy, get to channel on a 4+. So both of these guys channel on the 4+. They add +2 to their channeling attempts, which means they channel on the 4+, which is quite great. Most of the time you do get some power dice out of it, so it's a bit of great fun. This spider over here has something called the Flinger. It's a small blast, strength 1, strength 3 under the holes, multiple wounds D3. It's okay. The best part about it is whenever a unit gets hit by it, it basically gets covered in web, and the unit that's been struck by it gains the Always Strikes Last special rule, which is pretty good considering the goblins are initiative 2. So yeah, it's pretty good really. So yeah, this is what the army looks like. I'm going to give you a better shot of them in a second. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll be more than willing to answer them. If you've liked the video, or if you have liked any of my other videos, please like and subscribe. There will be a prize once I hit 50 subscribers. It'll be a giveaway. I'm going to keep it secret what it is at the moment, but it'll be a nice thing considering you're getting it for free, so it's all good. But yeah, I'm going to show you what the army looks like now, and we'll go from there. So this is my entire army, 2,000 points of Warhammer Fantasy 8th edition. Pretty cool. The entire army has short bows, including the big guys. There's 8 goblins on each of the spiders, meaning there's 8 shots from each of those guys. This is the colour scheme that I have went for on my spiders. Now I'm not sure if I like it, so I do want you guys to let me know what you think about it. Obviously they're not finished, but yeah, that's the sort of scheme roughly that I'm going for. I also don't know whether to do all the spiders in that colour or whether to do each unit in a different colour. So once again, if you guys can throw some suggestions at me, I would greatly appreciate it. The big spiders, that one's going to be dark blue, like it is in the Orcs and Goblins book. That one is going to be black and yellow, and that one's going to be red, same as it is in the book as well. This is my Goblin Big Boss, and this is the leader of my army. He rides a gigantic spider, has light armor, talisman of preservation, and a great weapon. So he's alright, to be fair. He's not bad at all. My converted battle standard bearer, which has a flaming banner, comes in handy. All of my other units are pretty much standard. Like I said, they've got bows. There's nothing particularly special about them. But yeah, this guy is pretty cool. I do like the way I've painted him so far. There will be a lot more work done on it, obviously. But I really like painting these. Really enjoy using them. they are a big challenge to me, and you know, playing with an army that's easy to use is a lot of fun, but playing with an army that takes a lot of skill is, in my opinion, much more rewarding. I guess the victory is much more rewarding, yeah. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Also, once again, if you can suggest what sort of bases I can have on these, I'd greatly appreciate it as well. So yeah, let me know what you think and get back to me. Cheers, bye.